Ooh, this is can you see me?
Um, yes.
Okay. This is not exactly ooh, TV screen is gonna be good.
It's up there. It's there.
I get the window's not much better. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Oh, you may not want me to say my next studios. Okay. Let's see if other people join it. Just about. Wait, I gotta put the on the YouTube. Sure. Oh, doggone it. Let me turn off Yeah, it looks like we've got some people coming over. Maybe we'll give it a minute, see if others join us. In case it wasn't clear, hi, I'm Gregory Q. Jenkins. I'm the founder and CEO of Contagion Studios, and this is the live Q&A for the entertainment finance briefing. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to our very gracious host, the folks at Planet X Studios. That's where I am doing this live Q&A from Planet X Studios in Brooklyn. If you haven't been here, if you haven't checked it out, I strongly suggest that you do at your earliest possible convenience. They're great, and we thank them for allowing me to host this live Q&A. Um, so I'll toss it out there to anybody who might happen to come across. If there are more people who join, I'll ask the same question. Are there any questions on the briefing that you saw? Give it a minute or two. I could sing for you, but you just been through a briefing, so you can. Hopefully, I drove home the point about what it is specifically that we're going to be doing, and that is making independent entertainment investable. And the big difference has got to be how we think about our investors. Uh, right now, even with some of the natives as well, um, you don't have any repeat business. Usually people who invest, especially on the high net worth individual side, they'll do one, okay, I'm done, I'm good. But that doesn't help us pipeline. We have to have that pipeline of financial capital that's available. I think institutional capital does, fit the bill, but there's going to be things that they're going to need if they're going to participate. There's going to be things that we're going to have to give them so that they. But that was the main point of the briefing. We're trying to, on January, tentatively scheduled for January 26th. That's where I start to roll out what the solution is. This briefing kind of sets the problem up. It puts in the context. And going forward, we're going to talk about what the solution is and what we're going to do, how we're going to attack it. That's pretty much what the plan is. And all right, if there are new questions, I will. We will hold on for another 2 minutes, and we'll see who else joins. If not, then I hope you enjoyed the presentation and got something out of it. And I hope you stay with us. Ah, Haley, there we go. Good to see you, Haley. Can you address some of the infrastructure that you'd like to see built out? Sure. Um, we need something that gives us transparency. So right now, when production companies do, they do a project, right? They gather all this data, hire a crew, they scouted locations, and, they create all this information. But where does that information go? Usually, pretty much nowhere. And if that information is not central to where other people can use it, then it kind of, after the project is over, it kind of dies and has no meaning. So we're going to build now. What exactly the central repository will be? That it can be. It doesn't matter what the repository is. It's just that we need one. And the way it will work is the production companies that we work with, and we finance their projects. We're all going to work on the same backbone. And that backbone is going to include a central private cloud-based repository. So that means all that data that you're getting in, uh, who that you hired, the rate that you hired, where you went, vendors that you use, that's going to create a massive database that everyone that works with Asia will be able to utilize and say, oh, they did this and that. Now, to the extent that we protect certain pieces of information, we will do that. But we largely structure contracts so that most of that information is discoverable by other Quintasia producers because that database of knowledge becomes valuable. And now, even though you're an individual production company, because you're coming to us, you're also getting the knowledge of every other production company, including ourselves, that you can utilize and take advantage of. So that's one of the pieces of infrastructure that we want to build out. The same, we're going to go for a CRM system, and there's a tremendous amount of outreach that has to happen in the marketing side in terms of scheduling your what they call earned media, which is, having news stories appear, but you want those news stories appear to be timed with, the stages of production of your, what you're working on. So that, just as I have, I, I have to say, P. Diddy is a master of this. You can't see what I'm seeing over here. Yes, P. Diddy is a master of this. um, Making it appear that all of a sudden that same entity is everywhere all at once. But that takes timing, that takes planning, and media buys so that you're certainly on 60 Minutes, you're certainly on the local news stations or whatever, all at the same time talking about the project just before your project comes out. That's the kind of stuff that a CRM system is you need to have that, and so that you're not starting from zero. Like, who do we have this kind of story? We will have hundreds of media, thousands of media contacts, thousands of stations all around the world, all in a database that every single production company that works with Fantasia will have access to. So a centralized CRM is one, and then of course centralized accounting. The beauty of and this we're going to have to spend some time with because every jurisdiction has their own way. Like for instance, California has certain specific accounts that it looks for when it's determining eligibility for incentives. New York has theirs, New Jersey has theirs. So you want your chart of accounts to very close mirror that language so you don't have to go and try to interpret that. So there's some stuff that we can do on the back end to make that work, but there's going to be a central accounting system as well, so that every production company that works with Asia, we're all going to be working on this again, so we have that centralized data. I hope that kind of gives you a glimpse of what I have in mind. Any other questions? And thank you for your question, Haley. Okay, if there are no other questions, then we will leave it there. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully at other briefings, and some will be in person, so maybe you can make your way out to some of those as well. Um, I'm excited about the future. I think this has the potential of having a major impact for indie entertainment. So stay tuned. All right. Thanks, everybody, and have a good evening.